The American Dream, the only show that combats negative media, not owned by a network, commercial-free, unscripted. We got a great show for you today coming from New York City, the media capital of the world. Let's get the American Dream started right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
Here we are, Times Square, the city never sleeps.
Yeah.
So I actually started in New York City. When I was 21 years old, I had an internship right down the street at MTV, when I used to actually play music.
Yeah.
I got dropped here, a guy from the Midwest, knew nobody, but got to know the city, fell in love with this city, and 9/11 happened, ended up back in the Midwest, was finishing school. Well, ended up being a college dropout, tripped and stumbled into this real estate game.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I ended up in Southern California, so it's so funny to come full circle to launching the American Dream, a national TV show now in 23 cities in New York City, and how it's all come full circle.
I love it because not only do I get to know more stories, we get to amplify them over 23 cities. Now, of course, New York City.
Well, it's the family,
Yep.
it's the home, and then it's the location and the lifestyle. Like
Yeah.
it all kind of comes together. And one of the things we're trying to do with this show is highlight these different communities all across the country. You recently brought us Ben Bacal.
Yeah.
And when we talk about things like the American Dream, there's nothing wrong with dreaming big.
Yes.
A $250 million listing.
The biggest.
Yeah.
The biggest.
So here's what we did. Took a helicopter ride,
Yep.
$250 million listing on the West Coast. Let's go check it out. Dream and I have been invited by San Diego's premier luxury realtor, a friend of our show, the Seth O'Byrne. And we're giving LA's leader in luxury real estate, Ben Bacal, a helicopter tour of what San Diego has to offer in the luxury real estate market from the sky. Buckle up.
I've been traveling the entire country, launching the American Dream all across the United States, and in each market we isolate the elite realtors in every market. Today we did something fun. We brought Ben Bacal, who is the #1 agent for luxury up in LA.
So glad to be here.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. It has a $250 million listing right now, amongst many other. A great portfolio. And we got Seth O'Byrne, who you see on the show all the time, who is our expert out of San Diego. Of course, on his phone, but we're just touring America's finest city, maybe having a little in-air debate about LA and San Diego from two of the best nationwide. When you approach a luxury home and you're taking it to market, what are some of the strategies that help move that house?
I spend anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 a month on those luxury listings because everyone's on their phone.
Yep.
I want those listings, viral on your phone. So that's what I implement. And of course, for the super high-end properties, we'll have a PR company come in and strategize and build stories around the property and try to get free editorials as much as we can.
Is there, obviously there's a lot of thought that goes into it, but it's not for sure what that property is going to sell for when you list it for 20, 30, 40 million, right? I mean, there's some guesswork there.
No, when you're in that 20 to 30 million dollar mark, you know that they're going to sell for pretty close to that. It's when you're pushing in that 40 to 250 stratosphere.
Yeah.
Then it's a bit different game, but. The price per square foot has been, we're really price per square foot driven in Los Angeles. We're lucky because we have the comps to back it up. So you can say like a house down the street sold for $3,000 a foot or $2,500 a foot. Museum quality stuff is selling for about $2,500 a foot.
Share with me a story, an example of something you've moved recently.
Recently we did a house for $48 million, and it's a New York buyer that came out and bought it. And then we have a lot of buyers from the UK that are venture capital, private equity. A lot of Chinese are buying, and then mostly it's domestic because the United Emirates dollar is pegged to the US dollar, and this the British thing. Everything's in flux. So right now it's really domestic, but I do advertise in like Camju and luxuryrealestate.com and Prestige MLS, and I put it in Mandarin. The listings, I'll translate them, and also on YouTube I'll translate them. But essentially, they're coming out here and they're hiring me, looking for their home of their dreams, and like the big listings, spending like $10,000 a month, pushing them so they're where their screens your house is going to be, right?
Yeah, so really, even though in some ways, obviously, luxury real estate has been known for being cutthroat, kind of to the opposite, you have to be collaborative with the other partners out there, right?
Yeah, you really have to, exactly. You got to be collaborative with your fellow associates, and you got to maintain that relationship. Getting exclusive listings, they're great, but often they trade hands really quickly. You get a 6-month listing, and it doesn't trade, and then you pass it off to the next guy, and then boom, it could sell, which is okay. It's just the name of the game, right?
Ben, you got any final remarks about San Diego?
Well, from the air, I really got a really terrific perspective. Thank you, Seth, for showing me all the different areas. They're beautiful. Those hillside, those cliffside properties were extraordinary. I couldn't believe what I saw. And the value that you get for beachfront property is exceptional. I'm looking to maybe buy something one day. That'd be cool.
Hope you enjoyed, and cheers to your American dream.
People come here to succeed, and if you don't succeed here, you don't stay. So owning a media company in Southern California to spread across the country, doing it city by city, and then New York City becoming our 23rd, it's the place where you're bringing the best of the best. In the media capital of the world, owning a media company, this is where you want to get to. Look at me now. I mean, it's just one of those things now where we have a seat at the table.
Yeah.
We've pulled major partners, sponsors, and got this momentum where we're here to launch.
Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin Avery with the Bishop Real Estate Group. I'm here on location at 9700 Rimrock Circle in Loomis, California. Today we have the pleasure of touring this beautiful home and speaking with the listing agent Kendra Bishop about what makes it such a special place to live. So if you'll join me, let's go on inside. Kendra, thank you so much for taking the time to be here today and show us around this great house.
Thank you. I am happy to be here.
So what can you tell us about this property?
So this is a beautiful custom-built home. It was built in 2005. We are situated on 1.4 acres. And what I love about this home is it's predominantly single-story living with the master, the office, an additional bedroom all here on the main floor with a theater, tons of storage, and a couple bedrooms upstairs. In the backyard, you'll find a pool, a spa, an outdoor kitchen. We've got a ground floor over 400 square foot casita that is self-contained, and we have a 6-car garage. So it is quite a property to be seen.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And what can you tell us about the location?
So we are in the heart of Loomis, but actually right along Folsom Lake, the Folsom Lake corridor in Auburn, Folsom. Mm-hmm. What I love about this location is that we can walk on the trails and get to Folsom Lake, horseback ride, bike ride. We're at top ranked schools in the Loomis School District. We're across the street from a park. We're just 12 minutes from I-80 for an easy commute near stores, grocery shopping, restaurants. So it's really an ideal location, close to the lake, but also close to all the amenities around.
Thank you so much for touring this home with us today. For more information on 9700 Rimrock Circle and to see all of our other amazing listings, please visit our website at www.thebishoprealestategroup.com. Back to you in the studio.
The show's called The American Dream, right? There's only one city in the country that has an Ellis Island. You know, this is a place where people have come for hundreds and hundreds of years to stake out their claim in what is the American Dream. And so having a show called The American Dream, launching in a place known to found the American Dream is a huge deal.
What I love most about San Diego is the pace. People move here because they know that life is short. You gotta live it in a place that recognizes that. You know, I would always joke I can go from business suit to wetsuit in 15 minutes on a Friday afternoon. I think I've got it beat. I've got it down to about 12 minutes now. That's what living in San Diego is about. Today I'm going to take you guys to a property that we just put on the market in Sapphire Tower. This condo is probably one of the best properties, one of the best views in all of San Diego. On the way, we're going to pick something up special for the sellers. We're going to go to Donut Bar. Actually, it's here right now. Let's get some donuts. Could I get some creme brulee and then a Boston cream and a chocolate euphoria? I was going to have a beer, but I think it's too early.
It's not too early, sir. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Thanks. When you're in downtown San Diego, you might walk right by it and think it's nothing, but the Donut Bar has been on USA Today, it's been on the Thrillist, it's been on TripAdvisor. This is probably one of the hottest donut bars in America, and we got it in our backyard. This penthouse listing is actually really personal to me because not only do we have a listing on one of the most expensive penthouses downtown San Diego, I was working on this project when I was 19 years old as an intern for the builder. So to come around 16 years later and have a listing of this caliber is something that really means a lot to us. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 3,000 square feet, but you're not just buying it because of the stats, you're buying it because of the materials, you're buying it because of the Sub-Zero commercial wine fridge, the Miele, the Wolf. All these materials are absolute top of the line, and for an affluent penthouse buyer, they're the units, materials that you would really want. The reason I would buy this property is this room right here. One of my favorite rooms in the penthouse is the master bedroom. It's got floor-to-ceiling, wall-to-wall windows. It overlooks over $2 trillion in downtown penthouse living. You can see out of this window to Mexico. You can see Coronado Islands in the San Diego Bay. I like to joke that this is a 50 Shades of Grey style penthouse. And I like to think that Christian Grey himself would love this one feature that he has right here. And this is a hidden staircase, in case you have guests that need to leave in a hurry. You know, the reality is for $3 million you could buy a lot of house, right? But you can't replicate this view. You know, that beach across the street, that's a white sand beach I surfed out this morning. For a local San Diegan, you know you're looking at basically the best of our city all in one shot. So as great as the inside of this property is, you realize that it takes all of it to make it one of the best properties in San Diego.
All right, and cut. Good job, guys.
We're done?
We're done.
You want a donut?
Yes.
Everybody has decided, they've made that conscious decision that they choose positivity, that they still believe America is a staircase, and that there's a possibility for everybody to go up. People rejecting negativity and choosing positivity. People deciding that they want to do more with their businesses, more with their time, more with their families, and take part in this incredible economic opportunity we have to be in this country. And so what's so cool is everyone's story is completely different, and this company is thriving as a business at the same time creating a tremendous amount of social good.
Introducing S1 Connect by Synergy One Lending, a company committed to making your home buying experience easy and convenient. S1 Connect is the best way to simplifying your home buying experience so that you can get your dream home faster. Whether you're a baby boomer, a millennial, or a luxury home buyer, S1 Connect offers you the opportunity to receive real-time notifications about your home loan so that you're informed every step of the way. Apply for a loan from anywhere. Compare various loan scenarios to help determine which product best fits your needs. track your home loan progress with real-time notifications. Safely and securely upload loan documents from your mobile device. And have instant access to your loan officer and real estate agent. Basically, we're all about speed, ease, and expertise at Synergy One, so download the S1 Connect app today. To learn more about S1 Connect, visit us at s1lending.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to find out everything we have going on at Synergy One Lending.
My next guest is Amir Cackovic. He is a broker with Prestige Realty Advisors. Amir, great to see you again.
Thanks for having me again.
So Amir, I know that you're a real estate broker, you're a licensed contractor, and you're actually even an architectural designer that's won some awards. How does your vast experience help your clients? And do you think that it's important for realtors to have a plethora of experiences in different trades that they're versed in?
I always compare this with construction. So let's say you have to do the remodel in your house and addition in your house. It would be much more valuable for you if you hire a contractor who knows multiple trades instead of actually hiring plumber, electrician, framer. So typically it's less headache for you and will be cheaper. Most people think that all real estate agents are the same. They would be saying like all doctors are the same. Although the doctors got the same amount of years to school, they are not the same. There are some top doctors, they're getting patients all over the world. People are flying half of the globe to be treated by them. On the other hand, you have doctors, they are actually struggling getting enough patients in their own hometown. So the same with the real estate agents. So not everybody is the same, not all the doctors are the same. Many of my buyers were very appreciative when I was able to point a few things like, you have to know when a structural damage in the house is before actually putting the house, offer in the house. The same with the potential code violations, etc. And on the other hand, with the sellers, they're very thankful when I give them advice, very inexpensive how to upgrade a few things, how you can actually update the house in order to get more money for your house, more net. So I think it's very, very important for the agents, the same like a contractor or doctors, to know multiple trades, then you can be more service for the clients.
So when speaking of advice that you have for your clients, what upgrades do you recommend to your sellers that are looking to get really top dollar for their home? Because who doesn't want top dollar?
Exactly. That's multiple, everything, multiple things could be upgraded, but specifically 3 things which are bringing the biggest ROI, what buyers looking at are the kitchen, bathrooms, and outdoor space. Outdoor space meaning front yard and backyard. Front yard for the curb appeal, backyard for where people spend time and outdoors. So most people looking for the kitchen first, regardless if they cook or not cook. Everybody wants to have a nice kitchen. Second one would be bathrooms and outdoor space as a third one. So if you as a seller have a budget to and wanted to upgrade some things, don't waste your time with putting new crown moldings or whatever. So spend money on the highest ROI, which is kitchen, bathroom, outdoors. But on the other hand, there's a few things what you can fairly inexpensively upgrade, so like painting specific walls, etc. So that's a saying what goes that paint in the bucket costs $30, on the wall is $3,000. So you can very easily upgrade your house and get more money in your pocket.
That's a good saying. I've never heard that. $30 and you get $3,000. Well, that's quite a profit that I don't think anyone would turn away from. And I think that people...
All Jenny's saying.
Yeah. I think that people just want to walk into a space and feel like it's fresh and clean and that they don't have to potentially do too much work if they're not looking for a fixer. Would you recommend home staging to your clients?
If you asked me this question before, I would say no. Before, actually, I really didn't. I wasn't a big fan of staging because spending multiple thousands of dollars in the house, I would rather spend this money in the marketing, bringing people to the house. Because you can have a beautiful house, but if nobody sees the house, it's a waste of time. Now, with the technology today, starting a couple of years ago, I would recommend, especially with the virtual reality and 3D models. So only in that case makes sense. So you would stage a house and do the 3D model and virtual reality of your house, and that way you expose the house not only locally but internationally, and pretty much anywhere on the world people can see the house. In that case, would make sense to spend money in that staging.
Well, and those photos, that video, it just translates so much more to the viewers when the home is staged beautifully. I completely agree with you, Amir, and it's fantastic to have you back on the show. Great to see you.
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with more of The American Dream.
Hey, this is Cherokee with Synergy One Lending, and today I want to talk about a hot topic in real estate, the pros and cons of renting versus buying in today's market. I think the biggest con of renting is you're paying for someone else's American dream. You're paying someone else's bills. Let's take a step back for a second and imagine if your name was on the title. 1, you get a bigger and better tax break at the end of the year. 2, when you make your monthly mortgage payment, you're building equity in your home. And number 3, and the most important thing is you and your family are now in a home and you've reached a personal life milestone. So let's do the math on it real quick. If you have a $1,500 a month rent payment, you times that by 12, that equals $18,000. A lot of times that's enough for a down payment. So I hope you found this video very informative. Once again, this is Cherokee with Synergy One Lending, and I hope to see you guys soon.
I hope you enjoyed today's show. The American Dream now spans coast to coast, all across the country and everywhere in between. The whole idea, to empower the mindset of the American Dream. Did it from New York City today. This is actually the place I started in media, working for MTV, living in Chinatown. I'll never forget my first day in Union Square, which is where this $18 million pad is. Met my roommate, and he said, hey man, let me show you around New York City. Show you what this town has to offer. So we walked up here to Union Square, and I'll never forget, he sat down and he said, sewing. Grab yourself a piece of real estate. This is a great place to take a nap. Put his arms behind his head, laid back down. So my first day, almost 20 years ago in New York City, I took a nap in the street. So to be back here, launching the show, spreading positive information, and empowering the mindset of the American Dream, quite the honor. Thanks so much for watching the show. Hope you enjoyed it from New York City and all the areas we covered. That's all for today. Hope you can follow us on social media. I'm gonna go take a nap.